Welcome back to another episode of TCR, and on this one we are seam sealing. That's right, getting into every nook and cranny that we've welded and smearing a bit of spooge on there. So, for this task, you are going to need some masking tape, some brushable seam sealer, and of course, you are going to need some brushes. Now, the reason I'm using blue masking tape is simply because you can leave this on for around 14 days and it doesn't leave any horrible residue when you remove it. Not that I plan on leaving it on here for 14 days, but you never know with the weather and my motivation and how cold it can be in here sometimes. It gives me that little bit of lenience. So let's get on with it. What we're looking to achieve is something like this. We're going to mask a channel either side of the weld or either side of where the seam and the two pieces of metal meet, and then we're going to brush the sealer on, and then whilst it's still wet we're going to remove the masking tape. Otherwise, you'll never ever be able to get it off without it coming off in tiny little horrible pieces. For everybody that's wondering why I'm seam sealing, this is something that's done on a lot of cars where there's two pieces of metal that meet, or there's a piece of metal that's been welded in afterwards, and it's just something to stop moisture build-up. This car underneath is going to be completely Gravitexed underneath with this like sprayable stuff that like bulges out and goes all orange peely. And the Gravitex will stop stone chips and impact and causing rust spots underneath the car. The amount of hours I've put into this and getting this floor perfect, I'm going to go over the top to make sure I can preserve this vehicle for, let's say, another 20, 30, 40, maybe even 100 years. I want this to outlive me. Now, I'll have to squeeze through the windscreen of this car, and this is one of the beautiful things about making a jig to spin your car upside down. Normally, I'd have to be lay on my back doing this underneath if the car was still on its wheels. If you want to know how to make a jig to spin your car upside down for £70, click up here and there's a video all about it. I very nearly didn't have this car whilst producing that video, so I suggest you go and check it out. Right, so I'm in the vehicle of love. Well, it's not the vehicle of love, but what we're going to do, we're going to start masking all along these seams. There's a lot to go at, so cue the shots. The next bit is rather simple, but it can also be quite boring. What I'm doing here is masking along the weld lines where I've carried out a repair on the car. Like any task that involves liquid and a brush, preparation is key, and the longer I spend doing this, the better the outcome later. Whoa, that took way longer than I thought it would, but I'll show you now where we're up to because we're ready to start brushing that sealer on. So if we just get inside the car through the windscreen, because I'm English, and if I just flick the light on and spin you around, you'll see we've masked all this up. That light's a bit harsh actually. You can see we've masked everything up there. I've masked all the front of the floor, all up the flitch panel where there's been repairs. I've done round the cross member, so just move the light, put it here. I've done down there, and I've also done at the back and round to here. The reason I've not done the top is because I've still got some repairs to do up there. I think we're good to go, so I'm going to get the sealer, we'll crack it open, and we'll just start brushing it on, and hopefully it'll look really good when this is on. It'll hide a lot of my big bulbous welds where I couldn't get the grinder in to flatten them off. But first, I think it's time for a cup of tea. For the first time in a long time, this car is starting to look solid again. Although there are still some repairs needed to put an end to the cutting, welding and grinding, things are finally starting to look good for this car. And you know what? I did this, and I'm not afraid to say how proud I am of myself. And if you're out there doing your own thing, then you should too. Hang in there, guys. We've got this. Good morning, we are back and the seam sealer has had plenty of time to cure, so by now it should look and feel great. So, let's have a ganders. Here is obviously where I did it on the outside of the car. You can see it's rock hard, it doesn't smear or wipe off, and we've got that nice crisp edge. That will look even better once all this has been Vtec or Raptor sealed, and it'll have that nice bubbly effect on the bottom to hide all of my small errors. If we step inside the car, I'll just pop through and spin you around. You can have a look at this. I think it's turned out rather well. Doesn't really matter so much because it's going to get painted over, but I wanted a semi-neat job. And the reason I've not done this side is because I've got to make some infill pieces for there, which I'm going to do today and hopefully get sorted. And then everywhere where you can see it's pulled the primer off, I'm just going to stick a bit of masking tape over the sealer and just give it a bit of a squirt to fill in those gaps. And the primer I'm going to use is this. It's called Etch primer, and you can buy 6 cans of this on eBay for 30 quid, which is an absolute bargain. I think you can actually buy 12 cans for 54 quid as well, which makes even more sense if you're going to go through it the way I do. So we'll give that a little shake and we will get it sprayed. Right, I've put a bit of paper tape that sticks all over that. Most of you probably think it's a very pointless task, but me just being anal, I want to make sure it still looks neat once I've touched everything up. And the reason for that is so it's kind of for your benefit and my benefit, so I can see where I'm up to very easily. But more importantly, it's so when all this is done and seam sealed properly, we can look back and get a great photo of it and we can compare it to how it was when I bought it. So it's more for your benefit than mine. There's probably a few of you that'll say that's a bit of time wasted, but I just want to do things properly and make sure I document this the right way. So, let's spray. Now that's sprayed, it is time to end. But before I go, if you want to win a sticker, comment below #TCRtv. For the first 5 people that comment that, I'll get in touch with you and I will post them out to you anywhere in the world. Internationally, anywhere you want, and I will post that sticker to you. When you do receive it, if you want to show me where it ends up, just tag me on Instagram and I'll give it a repost. But for now, I'm going to get on with some more repairs and hopefully speed this process up so I've got a better update for you next time we tune in on the Vtec Clubman estate build. So for now, guys, make sure you do everything in style and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.